So if you clicked on this video, you're probably having issues where you paint your nails and then you see bubbles at the surface. Alright, so you've painted your nails, everything looks great, but as the nail polish dries, you start to see bubbles at the surface. How do we prevent that? Because honestly, at that point, I don't even think you can fix it. It's just a prevention game. Now, there are a couple things that could cause bubbles in your nail polish, but the main thing, and I think this is a problem, this is mostly it for everybody, is moisture. There's moisture getting caught in between the layers of paint, because nail polish is just a paint job on top of a surface, right? So when you paint your nails, the first thing you need to do is prep the nail plate that you're painting on so that it doesn't have any oils or moisture. If you're not properly dehydrating the nail, it could happen that you do your paint job and that moisture then is, just tries to bubble up. If you don't know how to dehydrate your nail properly, I have a video here that explains how to prep, but you basically grab your cotton ball of choice or whatever, you grab either alcohol or acetone and you basically just scrub the nail plate. Don't just like do a little delicate swipe, no. We want to scrub as if you were removing polish on your naked nail with alcohol or acetone. That's going to make sure that all that moisture that's at the surface of the nail goes away, and then you can paint, adhesion is going to be better, and you're going to avoid bubbles. That's one thing. But there are other ways that moisture can get caught in the layers of polish. It's not just your nail plate. So you could technically just prep your nail plate properly and do these other things that I'm going to explain and add moisture and see bubbles. So let's make sure we don't do this either. One thing that's important, if you're painting your nails on an environment that's like humidity in the air, right? You don't want to do that. Don't paint your nails like, I live in Miami, it's hot in here, it's always humid. You don't want to ever paint your nails outside. That's going to possibly cause the humidity that's in the air to get caught in between the layers of your polish, even if you prep. And then you might see bubbles. If you're painting your nails in a room that has a fan, like a ceiling fan, a fan somewhere, that air could be getting caught in the layers of polish as well. Not only that, but if you have a fan, it's also gonna cause the layers of your nail polish to dry too quickly, making it annoying, like an annoying paint job. You might even think the formula sucks, but it could be that fan. So try not to paint your nails when you have a fan anywhere close, in the ceiling or anywhere in the room. One more thing you don't want to do is blow on your nails. I know we all do this. I used to do this when I was in middle school. I don't care. If you clicked on this video, you're doing something that's causing bubbles. If you're blowing on your nails and you're painting with a fan and you're painting outside and you don't see bubbles, then good for you. But if you see bubbles, all of these things that I'm mentioning could be causing that. If you're doing them, so stop it. So like if you're blowing, no, don't do that, because your breath has a lot of moisture and you're putting moisture into those layers of nail polish. That could end up causing you bubbles. Coats that are too thick. If you're applying your nail polish and you're doing coats that are too thick, sometimes that causes the polish not to be able to, like dry nicely in between, and it could lead to bubbles in your nail polish, unfortunately. Not always, but it could happen. Always do thin coats, and if you need to do a float at the end to even out like a sheer polish or something like that, I have videos explaining how to do floating technique. You could do that at the very end, but as you're building up your coats on your nail, try to do thinner coats. That's gonna be better for everybody. If the nail polish is too old. People ask me all the time, does nail polish expire? I was like, I don't know, but I own polishes that have been with me for like a decade and they're fine. That doesn't mean that's gonna be the case for every polish. Some polishes, actually, probably, if they're too old, you might start to see behavior that doesn't like mean that you cannot use it, but it's like maybe it's not gonna last as long as it did. Maybe it's not gonna be as shiny as it did. Sometimes when the polish is too old, you could experience bubbles. That's another side effect of old polish. Again, it doesn't mean it's always gonna happen, but it could happen. One more thing that people report to cause bubbles or possibly cause bubbles in your nail polish is shaking your nail polish bottles. Like the pigments have been sitting, you need to shake it. They say just roll it in between your fingers. I shake my bottles of polish all the time, and I've never experienced bubbles from this, but it's something people say. I wonder if it's something we're all just repeating because somebody said it, but in practice, I haven't really found that to be the case. But if you have gone through all the tips that I've outlined in this video, and that's like the last thing for you to try, okay, maybe don't shake it. Let's see what happens. But I just wanted to mention that because it's a popular one and people always talk about it. Like, don't shake your bottles. I'm like, I shake my bottles all the time. Like, even those professional bottle shakers, they're not bottle rollers. They're shaking the polish. Nothing happens. But again, I cannot do a bubbles video without mentioning that. Now, if you are still experiencing bubbles after like fixing all the things that I've mentioned in this video, I don't know what to tell you because I got nothing else. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will try and just answer them or DM me or email me, okay? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!